Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, International Carl, doing another video. I hope you like it. I'm gonna try to do a really quick video, really rough, unedited, just some of my thoughts about living overseas. But this video is about your vernacular, words that you pick up when you live overseas. Well, if you're new to the channel, let's take a moment, let's stop, let's hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment as always, and just get back and forth with me. I really want to start putting out more content to this channel and really interacting with you guys. So without further ado, here's some things that I find interesting about living overseas and just how your vocabulary changes. So here in the UK, take that back. Let me go back. When I used to live in Italy, for example, I learned Italian. And so as I was learning Italian, with any language, it has a particular rhyme and rhythm to how you speak that language. I don't care if you're speaking Hindu, Japanese, Chinese, you name it, there's a rhythm to the way you speak, right? And when I used to go back home, my sisters used to make fun of me because even though I was speaking English, the rhythm of my English sounded Italian, right? So now that I'm here in England, and I spend a lot of time here in England, I pick up words that traditionally I never used, never even knew about. A few words I knew about, but let me think about, while I'm here in the UK, a #1 word that I find myself using today, and even if I go back to the States, I use the word mate. Hey mate, what's up mate? These are my mates here. Mate, can you do me a favor? Mate, can you do that? Because here in the UK, people just use that term all day, every day, and you just tend to pick it up. And it's just, I think it's a cool word. It's a good word. It just is an informal way to introduce yourself or say hello to somebody you might know or somebody you don't know. You can use it in any setting you want. Another word that they use here in England, right, that I didn't know of before I came here is the word bollocks. And bollocks is just really balls. And they say the dog's bollocks. So, the balls of the dog, right? But the funny thing about that word, the balls of the dog, right? But the funny thing about that word is it has so much meaning. It could mean something is the world's greatest, the best thing since sliced bread, or it can mean something is the worst thing ever, or it could be used in a way to say you are talking bullshit. You're talking BS. So they might say, this is the bollocks. This is the bollocks. Like whatever it is, this car is the bollocks. Or this event that you put on, it's the bollocks. It was the bollocks. Means it was great. Or somebody's talking something. Oh, I did this, I did that, and I had all these women flocking all over me. Somebody might say bollocks. Just another way to say BS. And it's just a word that I use here and there. I don't use it every day like I might use the word mate, but I do use bollocks. That's a word that I find myself using from time to time. Now, a word or a phrase that I do use from time to time is this word. It's 3 words, but it's for fuck's sake, FFS. So if you see somebody writing that, FFS, it just means for fuck's sake. So you might say, for example, say during the recent soccer match, the England versus Ukraine match, for example. Denmark is coming up. The England versus Ukraine match. Say somebody's kicking the ball and they're about to put it in the goal and they miss. You'll hear people say, for fuck's sake. They'll just yell that out. And I find myself doing that as well. Just because you're around it so much, you hear people say it, I use it. So we use bollocks, we've said mate, we said FSS. Oh, here in the Midlands, you get used to the term A up me duck or A up. People say A up. Somebody recently said it to me not too long ago. It was like, hey up. And it's just another way to say ciao. It's the English version or the Midlands version of ciao, if you ask me. It's like, hey up. You're just saying, hey, hello, how you doing? Just all in this quick phrase. So, hey up me duck was something I used to hear when I first got here. I hear more people using a shortened version of it, just saying, hey up. And, let me see if I can get a 5th one. What's a 5th one? I'm going to try to do this one raw without editing it. So what's a 5th word that I find people using? Chatting rubbish. You chatting rubbish. Just another way to say bollocks, really. You're chatting rubbish, or somebody just call you out and say bollocks. So you chatting rubbish. But nah, another one that's not like bollocks or chatting rubbish. Let's see. Nothing comes to mind, but I'll just stop it at 4. Maybe there's another 5th one that comes to mind later, but these are the top 4, top 5 things or words that I use, that I didn't use as being a foreigner abroad living in England. So you tell me what you think. Like always, hit the like button, drop us a comment, tell me what you think. Thank you. So this just reminded me that there's a couple more sayings. So I'm gonna take it from 5 to maybe 8. People in England refer to dinner as tea. What are you having for tea? To me, I don't use that word. Dinner is dinner, lunch is lunch. But for some reason, lunch is dinner and dinner is tea in England. That's one word that you have to get used to. You'll have a bunch of people saying that. I think it's ridiculous. Let's see, the 6th one. The trunk is the boot. The hood of the car is the bonnet. You know, these words, you know, I don't use these words, but these are words that in England that you hear all the time. You know, when I say England, I also mean the United Kingdom. So you'll have the boot is the trunk. The hood of the car is the bonnet. Trash is rubbish. Rubbish is trash. I mean, I can't keep up with all of it, but there's just a lot of phrases and words that people use in England or the United Kingdom that we don't use in the United States, but you just find yourself hearing it all the time. Tomato, I mean, everybody knows that one. But yeah, that's it. That was my top 5 point whatever. We're gonna add those to it. See you later on the next one.